another video. For those who don't know me, my name is Ester-Melissa and I'm a health coach and a life coach. And I'm here to support anyone who wants to become a healthier, stronger and happier self. Have you ever noticed this? You eat and shortly after your body feels heavy, foggy, bloated, achy and tired. And you might wonder what's happening inside your body. Here's something important to know. Your body is always communicating with you. Food is one of the ways it speaks. Inflammation is not random, and it is not meaningless. It is the body's protective response. When you cut your finger, when the body fights an infection, when repair is needed, inflammation shows up to protect and heal. The challenge begins when inflammation becomes ongoing. That's when the body stays in defense mode instead of returning to balance. And food plays a major role in this. Some foods harm the body. They place stress on systems that are meant to protect and to heal us. When something repeatedly irritates the gut, disrupts blood sugar, overloads the immune system, and keeps the body in constant defense, that's not neutral. That is harm. And harm in the body creates inflammation. This does not mean anyone deserves blame or punishment. No one can be held responsible for what they were never taught. Many people were raised on these foods, surrounded by them, told they were normal. The body may already have carried the consequences, and that is exactly why learning matters. We learn so we can protect the body better. We learn so we can choose differently going forward. We learn so healing becomes possible. Not everything we call food is food for the body. Some things are labeled as food and still are not designed for the human body. Real foods is something the body recognizes, something it knows how to break down and use. Many modern products activate inflammation, disrupt gut balance, overload detox pathways, and confuse immune signaling. When the body is forced to defend repeatedly, it loses the space needed to repair. This also applies to certain animal foods. Some meats are much harder for human body to process, especially when eaten often or prepared in inflammatory ways. This is biology, not option. For many bodies, pork digests slowly, feels heavy or draining, increased inflammatory responses, is associated in research with higher disease risk when consumed frequently over time. That is why many cultures intuitively limited or avoided it. The body often communicates this clearly through inflammation, fatigue, infections, or slow healing. White refined sugar is another major contributor. It has been stripped of fiber, minerals, and protective compounds. What remains? Spikes blood sugar rapidly, triggers insulin stress, feeds inflammation, and disrupts gut and immune balance. When consumed often, the body stays reactive instead of regulated. Synthetic sweeteners such as aspartame creates a different kind of stress. They signal sweetness without nourishment. This can confuse blood sugar regulation, disrupt gut bacteria, increase inflammatory signaling, and stress the nervous system. For many bodies, this mismatch is deeply inflammatory. Inflammation rarely comes from one single exposure. It builds when harmful foods are repeated, stress remains high, the gut stays irritated, and recovery time is missing. A body may cope for a while and still carry inflammation underneath. The absence of immediate symptoms does not mean the body is thriving. The body always keeps score. Human bodies are different. They show harm and stress in different ways. One body reacts quickly, another reacts slowly. Some show symptoms loudly, others carry inflammation quietly for years. This does not mean a harmful food is suddenly good for some people. It means the warning signs appears differently. Inflammation can show up as frequent infections, digestive problems, joint or tissue inflammation, skin issues, fatigue, or damage that becomes visible much later. Harm is still harm. Some foods communicate safety to the body. They allow the body to rest, repair, and rebalance. These foods support digestion, stabilize blood sugar, reduce immune stress, and nourish without overstimulation. Whole foods close to nature often creates this response. Nature also guides us through color. Yellow and orange foods often contain compounds that help calm inflammation and support healing. Foods like turmeric, ginger, carrots, sweet potato, pumpkin, squash, citrus fruits, mango, and papaya They help the body reduce oxidative stress, support immune balance, calm inflammatory signaling, and support gut and liver function. Color is not decoration, it's information. Food never works alone. If the nervous system is under chronic stress, even supportive foods can feel heavy. Healing happens when stress lowers, safety increases, and digestion improves, and inflammation softens naturally. This is not about fear, and it's not about punishment. It is about learning, protection, respect for the body. Inflammation is not the enemy, it is the message. Thank you for choosing knowledge, care, and healing. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with me. If this touched your heart, you're always welcome to like, subscribe, and be a part of this beautiful community of growth and healing. You deserve a life where you feel healthy, strong, and happy. Sending you love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.